All right, let's get back to the Bahamas right now, where the pictures tell the story.
They went through the equivalent of a 36-hour horror movie. They were dodging projectiles flying out of the sky from debris in people's homes. They were pulling mattresses off of their beds to hold in doors and windows and garages that were coming over on top of them. And those are the kind of stories coming out from everywhere. People going from room to room in their homes, Kate, trying to find shelter. They'd be in one room, it would blow out. They cannot even describe what they have been through.
When I got there, we landed in Marsh Harbor and basically, set up a bladder to make water. And then it was getting dark and we needed to be back. Like, I think Marsh Harbor to Treasure Key was, 35-minute drive. So on the way going there, you don't see nothing. It's getting dark. By the time we got over there, it was pitch black. Power lines were down. The road, like this little bridge was already, they redid the bridge, and that got kind of tore up. Like the roads, just pretty much messed up all over.
We had no idea what we were going to encounter. We did some the Skype with some of the water mission people, but he didn't really know what he was going to expect because he was on Nassau. So we got a bunch of MREs. We got a bunch of we had tents. We had sleeping bags. We had like 8. We had a lot of bags.
So I was nervous because you don't know nobody. We don't know where we're going. We worked from 7 that early that morning at 7 until late at night. My experience, us actually seeing everything light, that place was destroyed. All the houses were, roofs were blown off. There wasn't a lot of people there at the time. I was just amazed, just by what the hurricane did. It destroyed a lot of houses there. Cars that looked like, people just took a machine gun and just shot it up. You saw golf carts all over the place. The store that we saw, basically the whole store, they had one store that was on Treasure Key that was just it's a liquor store, grocery store. It was nothing.
After this, I'm gonna go see you.
Romaine and I feel like got to be pretty good friends, I guess. So he was contracted by Water Missions as a local to be our liaison the whole time down there. He was the one, he drove around the island, helped us bring us places and helped us get supplies. One day, middle of the trip, Romaine, I could see that something was bothering Romaine a lot. At the time, they were living in an apartment near just 2 miles away or so from the actual port of Marsh Harbor. And he said during the hurricane that the roof ripped off of his house and they had nowhere to go. So what he did was he put him and his son in the bathtub and pulled the mattress over themselves to protect themselves because he didn't know what to do. He would get a day off. He worked the whole time. When he got a day off, he was taking care of someone else's house to make money. Yeah, Romaine was the best. He make you laugh. He had a very easy attitude. He wanted everyone to be happy, and he knew it was a horrible experience, but he would say to me, he's like, you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving. You can't let this put you down.
We decided to try and improve the quality of the water and try and remove some sediment. Maybe we could run it through a sand filter. So we went and found destroyed a whole bunch of destroyed condos that had a swimming pool, and we cut out the pool filter and all the other piping. We all felt a lot of pressure because we didn't have equipment, resources, piping, connections, fittings, things like that. So when we did find stuff, we only had one shot to get it right. The turning point was we got some intel that there were some abandoned wells behind the clinic.
We ended up exploring those and testing them, and they actually were a lot cleaner than the water we were pulling.
We went up and we sampled the well, and then we built a really nice little RO plant, and we had 2 tanks going, and we were able to up our production and able to really start supplying the town and the clinic as well. So once we got the RO unit running behind the clinic, and we were able to supply the clinic and the town comfortably, we found out that there were other population groups that just didn't have access to the clinic. They were too far away, they didn't have transport. So we knew that we had to take water to them, and we went out to a Haitian village, which had been a shanty town basically before the storm, and now it was just rubble. First time I went there was at nighttime. I was just climbing over the rubble, and there was a little old man, and he just asked us, like, please, can you just bring us more water? Our team was just fantastic. We all got along, we all supported each other. No one had an ego, so we always just discussed things and always came up with the best, most logical solution.
I enjoy helping people because the people are there. We there, early in the morning, we making water. It was like thanking us, thank you. It's like, just take much as you want.
I would describe it as intense. That could branch off into a million different things. It was intensely difficult. It was intensely gratifying.
All I know is they kept coming back, and they were so happy we were there because they said, water's the most needed thing, Without drinking water, they can't live.
There are a few things that happen, emergency response, whether it's a line break, whether it's a hurricane. We plan for that. That's what we do, is we provide service. It is different sending a group outside of your service area to, down somewhere like the Bahamas. But they're well prepared and well trained for emergency response. We provide clean water every day. We are public servants. That's what we do. We're used to that responsibility and that burden. But we really are healthcare providers here in Mount Pleasant. We support life here in Mount Pleasant. We're used to that load. And we knew that we could carry that same burden down there, and we knew that we could help people. This team, again, a very diverse team. We knew their skill sets would be needed to save lives in the Bahamas. That's what they delivered.
One thing that we have here is the teams themselves, the support that we have amongst the fellows that work with us in pumps, lines, all the departments, electrical. They're great at what they do, and our recovery was well underway here, which afforded us the opportunity to allow the men to go down there and volunteer, which they stepped right up to do it, and which was great. And they were more than willing to go down there and take part of their lives, put part of their lives on hold for a while to help these people out. And while in the meantime, the crew that we have back here is top notch as well, so they were able to maintain the fort while they were down there fighting on the front line.
Well, I think water professionals are always innovative and creative, and it's a great thing to see our employees use their talent to help other people. And it's really kind of exciting to hear about some of the creative things they got to do, especially down in the Bahamas, and kind of acting like a bunch of MacGyver guys. And I think everybody really enjoyed their talent and their creativity and their hard working and good work ethic in order to help other people. And it's just rewarding to see how they shared their talent with others.